reason number one is that your breath is coupled with your mind. So how you breathe is a reflects your thoughts. If you're anxious, you'll breathe one way. If you're depressed, you'll breathe another way. If you're excited, you'll breathe another way, etc. So that's the primary reason. The other reason is um, closely related, but a little different. It's to manage the very life force of the breath, or to manage prana for its own sake, just to manage, basically, it's said very simply, to manage your energy. Breath regulation or will help you manage how you not only think, but how you feel, how you feel. So your we can regulate prana by different breathing methodologies and techniques. And if you look at the old descriptions like Hatha Yoga Pradipika, Garam Samhita, like this, when they describe the yogasana, they talk about how the poses change your energy, essentially. Last week we were having a conversation about the vayus, or to a lesser extent chakras, but certainly meridians are all part of the asana equation. So asanas coupled with conscious breathing help us to shape our energy in specific ways. A more succinct way of saying that is that every yoga asana has a distinct energy signature. It leaves a kind of unique, palpable impression. So if you're in a forward fold for a long time, that will feel very different than if you're in warrior one for 3 minutes, right? I mean, it's so obvious, of course, right? And we might just chalk that up to physiology. That's one way of accounting for it. But on another level, or rather, and on another level, we could, in terms of our own experience, the currency of our experience, feels and sounds a lot more like energy. Like, whoa, that feels exhausting, or wow, that feels exhilarating, or wow, that feels restful, right? And so every posture has its own sort of impression, and you can arrange the poses or sculpt the poses or do a variety of, combine them in ways that gives like a sum total impression. That's why we can come back to class and again, because that sense of renewal that comes at the end of Shavasana, for example. Right. So in tonight's practice, I invite us to, and it's a theme I return to fairly often, but to quite simply relate to the poses in terms of their energetic impression, coupled with conscious breathing and whatnot. Hello, Anne. Nice to see you. Foremost, like we get a pass on perfect alignment this evening. I mean, not that there really is such a thing, but if you ever were fixated on perfect alignment, tonight, could be a chance to do things a little differently, right? So there'll be a fair amount of deliberate sculpting of the breath, changing the rhythm, the pattern, the shape.